Okay, guys, I'm holding these Bitcoin mining stocks because these Bitcoin miners are going to become some of the next trillion-dollar companies in the future. So be sure to stay tuned to this video so you figure out exactly why. What's up, guys? My name is Tarek, and I upload videos here around all different topics, especially crypto and Bitcoin. In this video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin mining stocks and why I'm not dumping these shares. I'm not panic selling them based on these massive fluctuations in price, but I'm holding these shares for the long run. So I'm gonna give you guys my two top positions. I really only hold two Bitcoin mining stocks at the moment because really there's only a handful of companies I think that are going to survive this next upcoming Bitcoin halving in April 2024 and beyond, simply because every halving, the costs, okay, for mining Bitcoin double because the halving, every Bitcoin halving where the block reward gets cut in half becomes twice as expensive to mine the same amount of coins. So I really prefer to hold these some of the more popular, some of the largest market cap Bitcoin mining stocks, simply because I believe there's less risk. So my number one holding is Mara, and my second favorite holding is CleanSpark. Mara is ticker symbol MARA, and CleanSpark is ticker symbol CLSK. So why am I hodling these stocks? Why am I not swing trading them? Why am I not, panic selling them during these massive sell-offs? I get a lot of questions like this from my clients on whether they should dump these stocks, just buy Bitcoin, or whether these are worth holding. So sit down, like I say, listen to this video because I'm going to give you guys a lot of gems and a lot of key points that I really haven't seen anyone else on YouTube or the internet really cover, and why it's so important to hold on to these stocks for the long run. So enjoy this video, guys. If you like this content, please smash the like button. It really helps. So let me tell you something. If there's one business that you should be in that you're not in right now, whether you're in the restaurant business, okay, whether you're in the food business, whether you're in the landscaping business, or maybe even own a digital marketing company, you should be mining Bitcoin. Let me explain why. Bitcoin is the future of money. In January 2024, all of the major institutional investment companies started buying Bitcoin. BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, just to name a few. These companies followed Michael Saylor, executive chairman of MicroStrategy. They followed MicroStrategy's kind of blueprint for acquiring Bitcoin as we transition from fiat currencies into sound digital money. Follow me, stick with me here. These Bitcoin mining companies are adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet every month. Now, even though Bitcoin over the short run, it has violent price swings, over the long run, Bitcoin is up 67% compounded annual growth rate on average over the last 10 years. Like I said, guys, I studied economics in college, okay, at an Ivy League university. And money usually follows certain key paths before it becomes ubiquitous, because it is accepted everywhere. And Bitcoin is one of the movements where slowly but surely, over time, more and more people are coming onto the blockchain. They're opening Bitcoin wallets. They're accepting Bitcoin. Countries are making Bitcoin legal tender. This is like the new California gold rush. To give you guys some quick history, back in the 1800s, I'm American, so back in the 1800s in California, there was a major gold rush where literally thousands of people moved west. Okay, this was like a huge shift in America's history. When America first started, the original 13 colonies. And then with the California gold rush in the early 1800s, so many people moved over to California looking for gold because, let's be honest, guys, the whole world wakes up every day working for currency. To think money is not important is ridiculous because we all work for it. Everything in your house, everything you wear was purchased with money. So we need money to survive on this planet. So when the gold rush happened, all of these people went to mine Bitcoin, but who really got rich? Like the average Joe going over there to mine Bitcoin didn't make a lot of money. Who made a lot of money were the people selling the picks and the axes to mine Bitcoin, and the larger companies, the companies that had more resources, the companies that were able to mine gold at a lower cost than the average Joe going over there by himself trying to get rich. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, you guys should be mining Bitcoin. If you guys are mining Bitcoin, congratulations. But the chances are a lot of us have other responsibilities, okay? I have kids. A lot of you guys have a family. Maybe you're older. Maybe you even have grandchildren. Or maybe you have a full-time job. Maybe you're retired. You probably don't have the time nor the resources to mine Bitcoin at a cheap cost and effectively on your own. So what's the next best solution? Simply give your money to companies that are already doing this. Now, kind of explain why it's important to be interested in Bitcoin mining anyway. So why am I holding these Bitcoin mining stocks? My favorite Bitcoin mining stock, Marathon Digital, ticker symbol MARA. They have a market cap anywhere between $5 to $6 billion. Okay, as of uploading this video. These companies are leading the charge in terms of adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet on a regular basis, month after month after month in lockstep. Okay, they simply raise capital through selling shares through dilution, which causes short-term fluctuations in the price, but over the long run increases their mining capacity, increases their hash rate, which will make them more Bitcoin, make them more money. So their balance sheet continues to rise in value slowly over time, and they're able to kind of mitigate the losses that they're going to lose from the Bitcoin mining reward being cut in half every 4 years with the rise in transaction fees. Every time you send Bitcoin, whether you send it to a wallet or you purchase something with it, there's a transaction fee that needs to take place. Just like when you use your credit or your debit card, Visa or MasterCard, they charge you a fee. So stay with me, guys. What happens? Right now, there are probably 1 million active Bitcoin wallets over the last 30 days. What happens when that number goes to 10 million and 100 million, maybe even a billion people on the Bitcoin network buying things, transacting, using the digital currencies on websites like Amazon, buying things at Walmart, okay? Sending Bitcoin through Facebook, right? What happens when there are literally a billion users on the network? Just like when people started out using, some of you guys aren't old enough, okay, to remember this, watching this video, but when we started out with cell phones, we didn't have these complicated, complex, modern day smartphones where you can listen to music, text your friends, watch videos. You know, when I was a kid, I had an old school Nokia analog cell phone. And literally all you could do was basically text, make phone calls, and the internet connection was so slow, and then you had the snake game. Some of you guys, some of you millennials out there, you guys Gen X, you know what I'm talking about. But now we transition to these like more efficient modern day smartphones, like you guys are watching this video thanks to a smartphone, or if you watch it on your laptop. But the point of the matter is that technology advances and times change. So now Bitcoin mining companies are leading, they're in the forefront of this transition, and they're constantly adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet, and they're mining Bitcoin. And you, as a shareholder, you get you get to own a portion of this company without doing any work. You don't have to raise capital. You don't have to borrow money. You don't have to dip into your savings to buy Bitcoin mining machines. Travel around the world in search of cheap electricity. Hook up these machines. These machines are very noisy. They need to be cooled. They need to be monitored. Okay, sometimes things go wrong. They go offline. There are a lot of issues and risk factors in the Bitcoin mining industry, and this is probably why a lot of people either swing trade these stocks or stay away stay away from them, period. But hear me out, guys. These are the next $1 trillion companies, okay? A company like Marathon Digital with a market cap of 500, Marathon Digital stock could easily 200x, okay? A company like CleanSpark with a market cap of around 3 billion. CleanSpark to do a 300x. Over the next 5 to 10 years, as more and more people come onto the Bitcoin network and start using it, and think of the potential as these companies hodl and add Bitcoin to their balance sheet year over year over year. They add more Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin's price goes up. So there's just this like compound effect where slowly over time these companies become more valuable and more valuable and valuable. Now, one of the reasons why these stocks have been kind of lagging Bitcoin's overall price in 2024 is because stocks trade on earnings, guys. So a lot of you guys in the crypto space, if you're not really familiar with the stock market, stocks trade in the short run on emotions, but in the long run, they trade on earnings. So these companies only report earnings 4 times a year. So it's really a big mistake to kind of just look at the stock price in the short run and think, oh, it's not going up. I'm just going to buy Bitcoin. Or I'm going to buy Ethereum. I'm going to buy Solana. And that's fine. You guys should always have Bitcoin. I've been buying Bitcoin since 2019. You know, Bitcoin's an important part of my investment portfolio, but it's not the only part. And I recommend my clients put at least 50% of their portfolio into Bitcoin. And with that other 50%, you can have fun and play around with it and invest in other things. One of these could be Bitcoin mining stocks. So the reason why you guys need to hold these companies in the long run is because these companies are going to increase in value immensely and provide you guys with some extra benefits that Bitcoin doesn't offer. So Bitcoin is a great long-term savings account. It's a great way to save money to get out of the fiat, inflationary system. But Bitcoin mining stocks offer some other advantages. Number one, you can sell covered calls. So if you have at least 100 shares in any of these stocks, you can earn income every week, every 2 weeks, every month, every year, selling covered calls. A covered call is basically the right but not the obligation for someone else to purchase shares from you at a certain price. So this is a way a lot of people generate income. And there are people, you can find them on YouTube and online, that make anywhere from 5, 10, 15, $20,000 a month selling covered calls. So this is a realistic way to generate income on some of these Bitcoin mining stocks. The second reason is that when these Bitcoin mining stocks, it's not really if, it's when these become $1 trillion companies, because they are basically the next Visa, the next MasterCard, the next Amazon. These stocks will provide you a much more safer retirement, and you don't necessarily need to sell your Bitcoin. If you kind of balance your portfolio out a little bit more, add an allocation to these Bitcoin mining stocks. If you guys wanted to retire in the next 5 or 10 years, get out of the rat race, relax, enjoy life, do an early retirement. If you have Bitcoin, you're going to need to offload your Bitcoin to, take care of yourself in retirement. I posted a video earlier. How much Bitcoin do you need to retire? If you guys, the majority of you guys watching this are Americans, so we're going to say if you were to retire in New York City, you're going to need at least $1.5 million. Well, if you have a lot of Bitcoin, you need to sell your Bitcoin to pay for stuff, pay for your living expenses, take care of your family, etc. But what a more, I think, advantageous strategy would be was allocate the majority of your portfolio into safe cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and then use a tiny portion of that money and put it in some of these Bitcoin mining stocks that could 100 to 300x. And then that way you can just dump those stocks in retirement and hold on to your Bitcoin. You want to do whatever it takes to hold on to your Bitcoin. Usually over time, Bitcoin continues going up and up and up in price. It doesn't make sense to sell Bitcoin at like 68, 70K, and then now Bitcoin's 500K, and the Bitcoin sitting in someone else's wallet, not in your wallet anymore, okay? Remember, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. So use some of your resources, in my opinion. Like I said, guys, this is just my opinion. You do what you want to do, you do your own research, but allocate a portion of your portfolio to some of these Bitcoin mining stocks so that in the event, if there's an emergency, if you need money for retirement or whatever, you can liquidate these stocks and hold on to your crypto. Okay. And the third reason is that these stocks, this is crazy, but it's possible, these Bitcoin mining stocks could pay a dividend in the future. So for some of you guys out there that are watching it, okay, the majority of you guys watching this video between the ages of 25 and 45, there will be a time where you guys are tired of working. We all need money every day, every week, every year, every month for the rest of our lives. But at a point, you might become 50, 60, 70. You don't feel like working anymore. These Bitcoin mining stocks, just like Meta, just like Apple, okay, Microsoft, there might be a point where their revenue is so high and they're so profitable mining Bitcoin, they have a massive Bitcoin mine stash, they might pay a dividend. And that dividend can come in really handy for some of you guys if you're getting older and you want to retire. Having passive income coming in every quarter via dividend payment can be very, very helpful, especially as the cost of living keeps rising and the middle class is being wiped out, and you basically have the have and the have-nots. You basically have a small group of people holding the majority of the assets, and the rest of the people are just struggling indefinitely. So having a dividend payment coming in, maybe not right now, but like I said, guys, you want to think in terms of decades, not days. That dividend check from some of these companies, once they hit much higher market caps of 50 billion, 100 billion, 200, 500 billion. Look at Meta. When Meta went public at $20, everyone was making fun of them, myself included. The company was burning through cash. Now Meta sits at a multi trillion, over $1 trillion market cap. They paid their first quarterly dividend. So the early investors in Facebook, Meta, WhatsApp, whatever, Meta, the ticker symbol, this company, this portfolio of companies, they got rewarded handsomely by buying the stock early on, and now they're getting that quarterly dividend check that can really come handy, especially when you guys get tired of working. And unless you guys are the Energizer Bunny, there is going to become a point in your life where you want to just get out of the rat race and stop working. So you need to prepare for that. The average retirement age in the United States is something like 59 and a half, depending on which state you guys live in. Obviously, some states, like I'm from DC, it's very expensive to live in Washington, DC, New York, LA. These are expensive places to live, but you can move to a cheaper place. But around 60 years old, you might want to get out of the rat race and retire and enjoy life and have freedom and financial freedom, things to travel, go fishing, do whatever you want to do, and you don't have to worry about money. These future potential dividend payments could pay off handsomely if you kind of plan for them in advance. So this is the reason why I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin mining stocks. Okay. Like I said, do your own research. I just gave you my two favorite recommendations. There's a handful of companies. There's Marathon Digital. There's CleanSpark. You have Riot Blockchain. Okay. You have Hut 8. You've got some smaller companies like Cypher Mining, Strong Digital. You've got even smaller ones like that as well, TerraWolf, Greenwich. So like I said, there's a handful of companies out there. If you guys don't want to do research and figure out which one's best, you can simply buy the Bitcoin mining ETF, ticker symbol WGMI. That holds a basket of these companies and allows you to kind of invest in them. Passively, they manage the fund for you and just pay them an expense ratio. So for some of you guys that like ETFs, you just want to hold this industry, just get WGMI. But for me, I've been holding Mara stock for a long time. I first bought it in 2020, and I recently got into CleanSpark mostly because of the CEO, Zachary Badford. I really am impressed by what he's done with the company and how they've grown their hodl stash so fast. So like I said, guys, that's my opinion on the Bitcoin mining stocks. I'm holding them. Some of my clients have been selling them and buying Bitcoin. That's fine as well. But I don't want any regrets in the future as more and more people come on the network, and especially those transaction fees start accumulating, because every time you send Bitcoin, there's a transaction fee. So that's my opinion. I'm holding these Bitcoin mining stocks. Like I said, if you guys enjoy my content, please smash the subscribe button. It really helps. The channel is growing really fast. I really appreciate all of your feedback, and I really appreciate all of you guys watching. I know your time is valuable. You could be doing anything else, but you're watching me, so I really appreciate it. So like I said, if you guys need private one-on-one consultation, you can reach out to me. My email address is in the description below. We can chat via Skype or WhatsApp, and I can give you guys some advice on allocating Bitcoin mining stocks or whatever you guys need. So that's it until next time, guys. See you in the next video. Take care.